light of all the miserable news recently in Ukraine and what looks like blatant hypocrisy from people like Nicola Sturgeon, who was caught without a mask after the condemnation she's handing out to other rule breakers, she has subsequently denied she broke them and will not be prosecuted. So you heard in the news there that she won't be prosecuted because of it. So I thought it was time for a bit of fun. And when I read this, I thought it must be some sort of joke. I had to laugh out loud. A London park, which is named after William Gladstone, who was a British statesman and a Liberal politician whose career spanned over 6 decades, where he served as the British Prime Minister for 12 years, over 4 terms from 1868 to 1894. Well, his family are linked to the slave trade. His father, John Gladstone, had slaves and plantations in Jamaica and Guyana hundreds of years ago. So, Labour-run Brent Council, as part of a slavery review, are considering renaming the William Gladstone Park Diane Abbott Park. That's funny, right? Do you mean the very same Diane Abbott who said that private schools should be abolished and then it turns out her offspring were being privately educated in them? The Diane Abbott who made these gaffes basically asked many gaffes. They basically asked 5 to 13-year-olds to come up with some park name ideas as part of the council's projection on injustice, prejudice and racism in the wake of the Black Lives Matter movement. Some included Multi-Faith Park, which are some of the names, Diversity Fields and BAME Park. Whilst I am all for creating a wonderful supporting environment where people can flourish, and if something truly offends, then removing it may help. But how about we start educating our kids, firstly, about the true facts of the slave trade, which at the time was legal and involved black slave owners who actively participated by selling their people in the first instance. It was horrific and abhorrent, but the UK were actually the first to abolish it, and that modern-day slavery, which we are all guilty of participating in, is happening before their very eyes. To create a better world, this needs to be acknowledged. Slavery is deeper than just changing the name of a park in an attempt to forget it ever happened some 200 years ago, then to blindly participate in modern-day slavery, which isn't really educating a new generation at all. I put it to Brent Council and others like it who go down this path that instead of changing things on the surface, how about they work on educating a generation on how they're contributing to current modern-day slavery? I bet the children who came up with these names, whilst they may be versed in the Black Lives Matter movement, are totally unaware that many of their modern-day goods and services are actually a result of slave labour.